Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a quick look here again at Solana, seeing what's going on. Quick update from earlier today, as we talked about previously. We were expecting the price to pull back, and it did. Congrats to our community members for some nice healthy profits there on our Solana short scalps. We took a decent amount of profit there. But we're not here to kind of talk about that. We're here to talk about how much lower this could possibly go. We're going to update our Fibonacci retracement levels and kind of just approximate where our key level supports are and take a look at some back-end data here. So if you are new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. Quickly to note here, let's just jump right into the liquidation data. We can kind of see here, we got a ton of liquidation at about $57.20. So $57.20, we can see the most amount of liquidation there. That really just implies that we still are short heavy on this coin. A lot of folks are considering shorts. We got some, I'm guessing, some late longs here at about $50.80. So keep in mind that is the level, an area of contention. But again, $57.20, we have the most amount there. So just know if the price comes to that $57.20 mark, we're going to probably see the price shoot up pretty hard because those liquidation levels are essentially a soft spot, a place in which they want the price action to go. We saw on the charts too here, there is definitely some liquidation between 61 and 64, basically liquidity levels, where we got this open candle that hasn't been fully swept yet. Okay, so just quickly to note, if you haven't already, jump on over to Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Excellent rewards if you use my link to register. We're going to have trading competitions with them soon. They're kind of the next best thing in my personal opinion because they have a phenomenal exchange, but more importantly, no KYC, no VPN requirements. So make sure to utilize them. I do hear that, BingX and a few other exchanges are going to go full KYC here soon. Just a heads up. We got you covered though, either way. All right, so take a look at the daily. This hasn't changed too much, minus the aggressiveness on the red there. The red candle's gotten a lot longer. We got the fair value gap here at about $49, upwards of 52. Okay, so we're halfway through that fill. Doesn't mean it's just going to go ahead and sweep the whole thing. It oftentimes comes back in chunks. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bounce from here and then the price comes back down. We could be on our ABC pattern with our Elliott Wave as well, so be mindful of that. We'll talk about that on the 4-hour time frame, but right now this is kind of not a great thing here. Looking at the money flow index is dropping, essentially letting us know money is flowing away from this coin. So last time we saw the MFI low, the price was plateauing and going sideways. Now the MFI is lower and the price is going down. This really speaks to how overextended this coin is right now. Again, I got a lot of Solana heads that watch these videos, and I thank you so much. And it's one thing that supports a currency, but it's another thing to kind of just be foolhardy and to expect something to go up and never turn around. So again, this is a very normal thing. That's all I'm trying to get at. Please make sure that you recognize that the sky is not falling. We're still in pretty decent shape. Anyways, the daily is what it is. We had those W doji candles, as I mentioned here earlier today. And once more, big surprise, price is dropping. It doesn't help that Bitcoin dropped. That has a lot to do with it. But I still think that Solana would have dropped regardless of how well Bitcoin was doing. Okay, so just know, double doji for the win. So again, congrats to our community members for those nice shorts on our Scalping Premium Plus group. So what we want to look at here is, potential for bounce, right? Because the price action, this could very well be our lowest point. If this is our lowest point, we got some nice stuff to look forward to here. Let's go ahead and pull this up here for us and just see we got some very significant legs up here for 0.6181 and 1.618 levels. Those are really common characteristical areas of opportunity when the price action continues. Again, 0.618, you'll see that as a very, very common occurrence, not only in nature, but specifically in trading too. So what I'm getting at here is if, again, emphasis on the word if this is the lowest point here at $51.25, then we could see that next level up, the next leg up to effectively give us a higher high. Okay? But we don't know this is the bottom just yet, so let's go ahead and see if there is anything showing that this could be the case. So just to clarify, if we kind of zoom out a little bit, when we look at all the volume, obviously there's a large amount of volume back down here at about $41. We talked about that earlier. But there is very little volume in this range here. Okay, so that concerns me greatly because this is kind of price discovery. Solana doesn't know what to do here, right? Where do I go? I'm walking into walls and stuff, right? So in all reality, the price action could and should drop further because of that. Mainly because there's not a lot of price in the meantime. We can see a lot of selling volume, selling pressure here as well. And generally speaking, the average amount of volume is coming out of this coin. So we do look at the money flow index. It is still coming down. We're under 50 on the RSI as well. That's a bearish sign. And we're seeing our second stochastic divergence here. So those are all situations that kind of lead and point down. Okay, so they're disadvantageous. And the only thing we really have going for us right now is the simple fact that there is let's squeeze this in a little bit so you can see it. We got the 50-day SMA hanging out there at about $49. I'm rounding up a little. Okay, so that could be a constellation. So to me, there's a lot of gap here, not a lot of volume. So I'm speculating we're going to see the price action pull back a little bit further before our next leg up. So just to clarify, that is a possible reality. Taking a quick look at liquidity here on the hourly, is there any lower buy side? Sorry, the sell side liquidity has been swept already, but it doesn't mean that the price is just going to recover because of that. But that is a positive sign. That really just implies that the meat left on the bone here has essentially been eaten. Okay, it's a metaphor. Obviously, I hope you understand that. But generally speaking, that's usually a positive sign that could imply that we are reaching our bottom. Ichimoku Cloud is a good confirmational indicator that I like to use in the hourly, and this gives us every indication not to even bother considering a long position. Unless you're an ultra risk taker, maybe you're the 100x leverage type. Go ahead and take a long, let me know how that works. I really hope it works out for you. I'm being facetious, of course, but on the same accord, this is no place to just kind of fool around and to gamble. This really is telling us in all ways that we've had a tremendous amount of momentum down here. We've got a resistance forming above us, and this here being wide open lets us know that if you have a short, you want to keep the short open. Okay, so there's really nothing here telling us that the price is going to turn itself around. So truthfully, I would recommend being careful and cautious trading this coin. If you have a short open, continue to adjust your stop loss down based on Fibonacci retracement levels. So your stop loss right now should be somewhere in the range of about $54. Perhaps even lower depending on how much leverage you're using. But again, those are just things that I use that keep me successful day in, day out. And of course, not everything's perfect. I've had some members that haven't had the best of luck on certain trades, and that's just kind of the way that it goes. It all averages out over time if you're careful, but again, coins like this you got to respect and be mindful of the true power. But to me, there's such a gap here between 45 and 51 that it just makes a tremendous amount more sense for you to continue to hold your shorts. And honestly, the shorter time frames are really just screaming bearish divergence. So if the 1 hour and the 4 hour both saying the same thing, I like to listen to that and kind of hold true to that. So just be careful. This is not this hasn't come to an end yet. I think this continuation down, we should see some support in this range here because we got a tremendous amount of volume and resistance from previous price points. Okay, that seems like a logical target to me. So I'm going to adjust my alert here to roughly about $46, and if it comes down to that level, I'd be more than happy to take a long at that point. At least consider one after I reevaluate. All right. Hopefully this was sensible. Please like the video, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff if you found benefit here. And thanks again for watching. You do want to find greater benefit with a wonderful exchange. Check out Bitunix. They're a phenomenal exchange. Highly recommended. And obviously, if you want to jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, we got a heck of a lot of content there for you as well. Pretty much everything that I do here on the charts, I share that with you too. Thanks again for watching. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.